guys, Sonic Storm here, and today I'm with Alex, and me and Alex are going to be on about our opinions on Battlefield 5 and the things we want added to the game in the future. So we're going to start with our opinions on the trailer, and I'm going to let Alex give his opinion.
Well, I thought it was a good trailer. Well, it was good in the fact that it showed a lot of features in a short amount of time, such as when planes hit the ground, they don't just spin into oblivion like they did in this game. Also, I liked how there's customization with vehicles now. Well, more customization with vehicles, and Sorry, I'm just getting loads of kills. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, we're doing a live commentary, you see, so we're playing and doing a commentary at the same time. So if we do pause, it's because we're in an intense moment. So,
yeah.
My personal opinions on the trailer, I agree with most of what Alex said. It showed a lot of features, a lot of weapons, in a short amount of time. But
I don't think it was very good for a starting trailer.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, I don't mind about the SJW stuff and the fact that it has women. Like, it doesn't really affect the gameplay that much. As long as the gameplay is good, then I don't mind.
Yeah, the only...
I know some people will disagree, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, the only issues with it they made more colourful than World War II was, if you know what I mean. Like some bits. And also
yeah,
some...
and also they said they're going for immersion, then decided to decided to have female soldiers on the Western Front. But it may sound like I'm making fun of the trailer, so let's start going on to good things. Like, I noticed the rocket launcher on the guy's back, and so I'm guessing then, and also I think the system of building things is going to be fairly decent.
Yeah.
Because I've heard that the way it works is the highest grade thing you can get is the V1 bomb, I believe.
Yeah, the V1 rocket bomb thing.
Which is what you saw in the trailer.
Some of the things I also liked during the trailer is the fact that they showed the physics of the game really well. For example, when the bits of the bridge fell, it didn't fall like some things do in Battlefield 1. It actually fell depending on its weight.
Yeah, and I've heard there's a new system for dead bodies, so they're not like in different places in different people's games.
Yeah. So I think that sums up what we think on the trailer. Is there anything else?
No, I don't have anything else to say about it.
So the next point
on to the game mode.
We have lost objective
We're going game mode.
Vehicles and weapons. So some of the vehicles and weapons that we want to see is, of course, the iconic German MG42. That will be a good support gun to use as the Germans. And also the Lee Enfield rifle is gonna be in it. There's a clip of it in the trailer where one of the soldiers, after they jump out the house, shoots someone with the Lee Enfield.
And also noting weaponry, and the katana on the person's back. I believe there's going to be a campaign around Japan or something.
Hopefully.
And if so, then they might put a new class of plane, which is a suicide bomber, because they were prevalent in World War II, I believe.
Yeah, the kamikaze pilots in the Zero fighters. I think that's in Zeros. Yeah, also with some of these weapons, I think. Whoa, I should not have died then. Yeah, with some of the weapons, I think they should make them a lot more customizable, which I think they're doing, rather than having separate variations like they are in this game.
Yeah.
Which they do.
Also, I think they may be having battle pass. They may. And I've heard there's a grind for currency to get the cosmetic items. But one question is the cosmetic items for, say, SS uniform, or will that be microtransaction?
Yeah.
question I was thinking, because I would much prefer it if, yeah, there was a glidable currency that you could buy them as well.
Yeah.
They don't really affect the game too much.
Also, one with the vehicles. In the trailer, you could see the vehicles were customizable. There's a I think it's a Cromwell. There's a Valentine tank, like they're British. There's also a later on in the trailer you can see a Tiger tank, which is an icon for any World War II game. But you can see some of the customizability on them. Like you can keep them plain, like with the Tiger tank, or you can have like logs on the side of it, like the I think it's the Cromwell did.
And also the ability to place sandbags. That was interesting.
Yeah. And I think with the aerial combat, it's a bit sketchy at the moment because there's not that much detail, or the detail we've not seen.
Like
but
the types of plane.
I think there's obviously going to be the Spitfire and Hurricane and the Messerschmitt 109 and maybe the Focke-Wulf 190. And we're most likely also going to have the Blenheim bomber and other iconic aircraft from the other races, of the nation, sorry. So hopefully there'll be more. I think that pretty much sums up the vehicle and weapons quite nicely. There's loads of weapons, so I'm no weapons expert of World War II, so there's probably many more weapons that is going to be added. So
yeah.
Hopefully the iconic.
There's probably going to be loads of experimental ones that were never used and like 10 people have heard of.
Yeah. So hopefully all the iconic weapons of World War II is added, and I'll be satisfied. So we're going to move on now to physics and graphics and the gameplay of BF5 and how we'd like it. So hopefully the graphics are going to be a lot nicer than BF1, and BF1 graphics are pretty good.
Yeah, in the trailer they look fairly decent, but that might be HDR mode. Well,
Yeah.
I believe it is HDR mode.
So
Also,
some of the
I'm gonna
physics.
pause my mic for a second.
Okay. So some of the physics that I liked was the fact that debris, heavier debris falls faster than the lighter debris within the buildings. That makes it a lot more immersive and more realistic compared to how the buildings just crumble and fall all at the same time in BF1. Also, I quite like the new UI that they've gone with also. I think that makes it a lot nicer. Whoa. Should not have died then. I mean, I should have pulled a right agitate, shouldn't I?
Yeah. Should have been rushing the objective.
Yeah. So, anything you want to mention about the physics of the game?
Yeah, I noticed that the planes, instead of being now crash and there's a chance to get out of the plane, so I'm guessing it depends on the angle in which you crash land.
Yeah, it just doesn't do a BF1 spin of death into the, I don't even know where, just wherever the plane spin to go. So, moving on to game modes, there's obviously going to be grand operations, which is like a big version of the operation.
But I believe they're going to have incursions as well.
Yeah, incursions will be even
The
better.
only problem I had with incursions as it is that I thought that the matchmaking was terrible.
Yeah, it just doesn't work.
Probably because I lost 11 matches in a row.
No, it isn't. In our experience, we always either find really bad people or really good people, or like we're on a team with like really low levels, and the other team's got really high leveled, high ranked people, and sometimes the matchmaking just doesn't work. Like it just has errors all the time. That's also the same with me in BF1. It doesn't let me connect to matches sometimes. So hopefully they fix matchmaking in BF5 that make life a whole lot easier. But also they've got a co-op mode, and I think it's where you get a like paratroop, I believe.
I heard on the ground operations they're gonna have paratroop thing. And I believe the trailer was the start of that one.
Yeah, they recently put out.
Paratrooping in.
They recently put out a teaser trailer as well think it's like yesterday, and it's of I think it was a Blenheim. I don't know. It's a big plane, whatever it was, and it had people parachuting out above Norway. Also, it'll probably have like the normal conquest game modes like this, which is practically apart from Operation the only game mode I play. So, moving on to maps, I think they've got a whole range of maps they'll be able to add, like in France on the Western Front, maps of the Battle of Britain for more like, air combat focused maps. They'll probably have maps in Norway and North Africa, and they'll probably loads for like the German invasion of Poland and other maps on the Eastern Front like Stalingrad, Kursk, Moscow, and the Russian winter, which doomed the Germans. They've got loads of maps just that they could do just within Europe, Sicily as well, in Italy. And like the Battle of El
What
Alamein.
also would be interesting would be maps outside of Europe.
Like the Japanese Manchurian War and the War with China. I believe that happened during World War II. And I think that'd also be a good map. Something to do with Pearl Harbor. I meant the wrong one. Need to turn vehicle round. Something to do with Pearl Harbor will also be useful. And also, I think they could have a good opportunity to add naval battles like the Battle of Midway and just naval battles in general for like torpedo boats and dreadnoughts. Well, not dreadnoughts, destroyers, sorry, and battleships. And aircraft carriers.
Not like there's something considered equal speaking, what?
What was that, Alex? So that would be a good opportunity of maps for the devs to use. So now moving on to the campaigns, as in the Fall of Europe and ones like that. So when the game launches, it's going to start with the Fall of Europe. So when Europe falls into the hands of Nazi occupation, and that's got Fall of France, Norway, and North Africa maps involved. So I assume after that, that'd probably include the Polish invasion. And then I'd assume it'd after that would come the battles on the east.
Playing double kill, yeah.
Yes.
I thought an interesting one would be like
We have lost
a one where you have
objective
to bomb a ship as a Japanese team.
That'd be an interesting type, wouldn't it? Like you're not
Like
a soldier.
coastal defense one.
Like that'd be good on like the Pearl Harbor map, wouldn't it? Where you have to defend Pearl Harbor from the Japanese pilots.
Yeah.
So other maps, I mean not maps. Another campaign they could also do the fall of, well, the semi-fall of the USSR, the German advance up to Moscow, and then the ending days of the German Reich.
Wonder if they'll have AA guns.
Yes,
Probably.
we're a bit damaged. So that moves us on to the factions that we'd expect to see. Obviously we'll see like the UK, France, the Nazi Reich, the USSR, Japan and America. But I wonder if it would portray soldiers from within the Commonwealth countries, for example, like New Zealand, Australia, and other nations who was in the war. Like the Australians defended the city of Tobruk in, I believe Tobruk was in Egypt. But the Australians defended the city for ages from the German forces, so that'd also be a good opportunity to implement
We have lost objective
other
Freddy.
countries other than the main ones which we know of in World War II. So that moves us on to customisation, and I think we just had a plane crash. So with the customization, I think what the devs have to do, they need to get a line between historically accurate and customizable, because you don't want to see people with Union Jacks fighting as the Third Reich. And also, as with it being historically accurate, you don't want the Nazi forces to be censored too much. So like you should be allowed to have like a German officer's uniform, maybe an SS officer's uniform, if you so wish, but have it censored to a degree so it's acceptable, but still historically accurate. I think would be the way to go. And also, as we mentioned earlier when we was on the vehicles, the vehicle customisations also look pretty good. When it comes to what I think you can put like camouflage and different stickers, so to speak, like the Union Jack for example on British tanks. But I'd also say like the weapon customisations, like with the skins, would be awesome, as Alex mentioned earlier. Whether you can get them in battle packs or not will be a different matter. But also, by the looks of it, you can add camouflage onto your weapons, which, on my opinion, makes it a lot more realistic. It makes them guns look like you are trying to be stealthy, for example, when you're sniping and hide you from the enemy.
Yeah. Also, it'd be good in game if you could get a ghillie suit.
Yeah.
Like as a uniform, and no, the guy who's wearing the leather jacket in the art. It'd be good if you could get a leather jacket and have your clan emblem on the bar.
Yeah, that'd also be a good way for the devs to go. I think also they should let you have different skins for the aircraft as well. There's not much customisations that they showed us for the aircraft. Like there's a 109 K4, I believe, the one that crashed. I think that was a K4. And had like the Stuka dive bomber. But if they could let you have skins for that and perhaps edit their payload, like what bombs they had,
that would be interesting. Like if you could have a air to sea missiles and
yeah,
things like that.
And also maybe things to depend on how the aircraft like handles.
When does the V2 rocket come out?
Yes, what I answer I can't. One I can't answer.
I'm pretty sure it's pretty late in the war.
But what I read about this V1 rocket, the leader of the squad apparently, have I gone the right tank? No, I've gone the Santa tank one. And oh well. But what I've read about the what's it called? The V1 rockets and like the bigger tank destroyers, like I believe like the Sturmpanzers, I believe that is a tank destroyer, and the Stugs. That if the squad leader gets a certain amount of points, they can then call it in, or at least turn the tides. I think I've got my tank a bit stuck. There we go. Also, what I have read is that the reinforcements and like the scarcity of like ammo within the matches. So like as you spawn in, you lose ammo. So it gives you more team play. Making you more dependent.
I'm pretty sure everyone will go support and scout then.
Yeah, but also with the what they call the building mechanics, you can build it in certain areas and locations, but it's like most destroyable buildings, flags and flanking routes you can build, and everyone can build, but support class builds faster and can build better reinforcements. Like they can use like the put down MG posts, anti-air posts and things like that, I believe, which makes the supports a lot more valuable than they are in this, and makes you actually need to play with your squad other than just leave them.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Ah, got him. So that moves us on to weapon skins and the road to Battlefield 5. Well, I'm leaving, so I'm gonna die. So the road to Battlefield 5 and weapon skin. Oh, I'm dead anyway. And the skins that's gonna be in Battlefield 5. In the road to Battlefield 5 campaign that's on at the moment, or
We have
BF5,
lost
which me
objective
and Alex
Alpha.
both have because we've been doing the road to BF5 things so we can get the points. But also I think there's an
I've got all
opportunity.
of them that are out at the moment, including the. So at the moment it's just the Hellregal and other one that's new. What was one? Hellregal, the Roubaix rolls, and the skin, not skin, the back of the dog tag, which is the French one, I think.
Yeah, I think what it'd be also be a good thing if, whether it's within the game or it's whether it's on Battlefield's website on the companion app, they should let you make your own weapon skins, and then the devs decide whether they go into game or not. 'Cause some people could probably make some historically accurate skins for the weapons that make them look more authentic.
That'd be interesting, but I don't know if it'd work.
Yeah. And also, what I think they should do on the first campaign for the Fall of Europe, I think they should add like challenges you can do within it, and if you complete them challenges, you get to get skins for it, like limited edition skins. I think that would also be an interesting way to do things. And then that moves us on to a final topic we're going to talk about, and that's
They're
I know.
focusing on like different fronts, like the Norwegian one, I think.
yeah. If they did what they did along the lines of Battlefield 1, they could add quite a few improvements, like make the characters more memorable. But if they did it on different fronts, telling the stories of soldiers on both sides from across the world and their battles and their experiences, then that'd be interesting. And one thing on White Dragons have just thought about it, it goes back to the factions, but I just thought just before or during World War II the Spanish Civil War happened, I wonder if the devs would consider whether they could add something to do with the Spanish Civil War within game, or whether it's just they won't do it, because the Germans did help Franco's forces, although Franco's Spain didn't get involved in World War II at all, I don't think. So anyway, back to the story. I think a story in Japan, like the Japanese kamikaze pilots and the dropping of the 2 atomic bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, I think they would be 2 good stories to show the Japanese perspective on the war.
Charlie.
And especially as a Brit, we're told of the stories of their side of the war, of the side who carried France and for the Allies, but less the horrors of the war for the Germans, the Japanese, and the
We have
factions,
taken objective
and for the factions we fought against. So it'd be nice for them to delve into stories of the different factions and of the different peoples, and now show people the horrors of war, and that war's impractical for both sides, not just one. And I think that concludes it. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Alex?
Yeah, that's about it, but I noticed that one of the vehicles had a radio, which sounds interesting. Like, I wonder if that's supposed to be in the full game
Or was just for the trailer?
yeah.
One
Yeah.
thing I noticed also is the troop transports within the trailer. If you had like, I can't name them. Some
Like if you could get on the side of a transport thing or something, hold on
We have
and sort
taken
and
objective
go
Edward.
to places with a group.
yeah, I think a smart way to go with this troop transport. If they had, I can't remember what the German troop transport was now, but they had one and had an MG on top.
Like instead of tanks, you could have a heavy transport thing that has slightly more armor but less firepower and more seats.
Yeah,
But some seats don't do things.
yeah, it'd help also for like,
Bit like the armored car, but a bit more useful.
yeah, it'd be useful to choose it a lot bigger.
And then you should, And an idea would be to drop like supply crates behind it.
Yeah. It could also be useful. Like they could have like a way so you could keep ammo on them trucks. So you can like get ammo
We are losing
from
objective Edward.
from a flag and take it with you by using the transport trucks, because ammo scarcity is a thing in BF5. And also like how like when the revive animation is a lot longer and you can drag your squad members to safety and you can revive your squad even if you're not a medic, which I think is a good idea. And I like how you don't magically get ammo by running over a pouch, you've got to generally just pick it up.
And also with the guns animation, picking them up instead.
Yeah,
Like,
rather
I
than
think
We
they've
have
done a
lost
lot of
objective
improvements to
Edward.
animations.
it makes it look more
We have lost
immersive.
objective.
Yeah, I think EA's done a good job with the past few Battlefields compared to Battlefront.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard that Battlefront got better, as in like there's less microtransactions, I believe. So I heard.
Yes. So today is June the 9th.
We have
Our
taken objective
recording
Alpha.
of this video is June the 9th. And it's also the day of EA Play. So once we finish this video and we probably edit it, it'll take us a good day or two to edit this video, upload it. We would have probably seen multiplayer footage of BF5. Me personally, I'm going to pre-order it so I can play the beta, so watch this space. Because I'll do some
I don't
videos
know
on the
if I'll
beta.
pre-order it yet. Just time.
Yeah, time will tell.
Time will tell. Did really badly this round.
Yes, sorry.
Good speaking.
So, yeah, that is my phone. Right, so I'm going to end this video here. Mind the beeping, I'm being phoned.
Yeah, Sam. If
So-
you enjoyed the video, like it. If you learned something new, also do a like and
Subscribe
click
to
the
both.
notification button and subscribe. Would really help us
Yeah.
improve our YouTube channel so we can make good content when Battlefield 5 comes out.
Yeah, we're attempting to
Anyway,
grow.
thank you for watching and have a good day.
Goodbye.